Here is a hard question, and I want you to actually sit with it. When you are gone, what remains? Most men never ask it. They spend their days chasing comfort, chasing pleasure, chasing the next small reward, and they build nothing that outlasts them. Their whole life fits inside their own skin, and when they die, it all dies with them, quietly, as if they were never here. There is a deep hunger in a man to matter beyond himself. You can bury it under distraction. You can numb it with comfort. But it never leaves. Because a man was not built to be a consumer of his own days. He was built to be a builder, to plant, to protect, to create something that stands after him. So ask yourself, are you building anything that will outlive you? A family raised right, a business that feeds other families, a skill passed down, a community made stronger because you were in it? Or are you just passing through, taking what you can, and leaving nothing behind? Because a life spent only on yourself is a small life, no matter how much you pile up inside it. The man who lives only for his own pleasure is like a fire that burns hot and fast and leaves nothing but ash. But the man who builds for others, who plants trees whose shade he will never sit in, that man's life reaches past the edges of his own years. Think about the men who built the great cathedrals. Centuries ago, stonemasons laid foundations for buildings that would take 100 years or more to finish. They knew with total certainty that they would die long before the last stone was set. They would never see the finished thing, never stand beneath the completed roof. And still, they carved each stone as if it were their own masterpiece, for a glory they would never live to witness. They were building something larger than themselves, and they knew it, and they gave their lives to it anyway. Or think about Jonas Salk. He built the vaccine that ended the terror of polio, a disease that had crippled and killed children by the thousands. He built it to give it to the world. And when a reporter asked him who owned the patent, who owned this thing that would save millions, Salk answered simply, "There is no patent." Could you patent the sun? He wasn't building a fortune. He was building a gift for people he would never meet. Now here's the thing about building beyond yourself. It changes how you live today, right now. The man who is only chasing his own comfort will quit the moment things get hard, because comfort is never worth suffering for. But the man building something larger has a reason to endure. He has a why that is bigger than his own tiredness. He gets up when he wants to lie down. He keeps his word when it costs him. He does the hard, unglamorous work day after day because he is building something that will stand when he is gone. So find the thing that is bigger than you. Maybe it's your children and the men and women they will grow up to be. Maybe it's a craft you will spend your life mastering and then teaching to someone else. Maybe it's a business, a mission, a community, a name your grandchildren will be proud to carry. Whatever it is, pour yourself into it. Build it the way the stonemason carved his stone, knowing you may never see it finished, and building it beautifully anyway. Because that is what separates a man who merely lived from a man who mattered. One spent his whole life on himself. The other built something larger and left the world heavier with his fingerprints. Build something that outlives you.